the same time. And let's start this thing. YouTube is there. YouTube is live. YouTube is present. How is everybody doing on YouTube? Hello, sir. On Instagram. Yeah, trying to multi-stream because last time YouTube decided to go for multi-streaming and voted for Instagram. I'm mostly, if you know me, I'm mostly not necessarily on this platform, not necessarily on Instagram a lot. I'm mostly on YouTube, but I'm there. I'm multi-streaming. You can see me. You can see me. I'm on all platforms, so it's gonna be fun. Except that we have a 1 hour limit on Instagram, and I'm not gonna just restart. I don't know. I don't think last time I streamed on Instagram there was an hour limit, but on YouTube we're gonna pass this. And today, as I said already, we're gonna draw this wonderful cast of Dante. Great profile, really cool, a really inspiring profile. So if you want to watch the horizontal version, just check me out on YouTube. This is where it will all happen. And if you're there on YouTube, well, welcome here. Welcome, my friends. How is everybody doing today? Let me see. Ads. Yeah, every good stream starts with good ads. What kind of ads did you get? Let me know. Some ads are better than others. Some ads are less disturbing than others. Let's be frank. Hello everybody. Hello Korosh. Hello Sue. Hello Felicia. And on Instagram, hello. Hello everybody. Alright, I don't know. I can't keep track of the Instagram chat. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Hello Abbas. Nice to see you live. Hello Pat. Pat's Artistic on Instagram. Nice to see you live. I'm glad to be live here as well. Streaming vertically has been a thing on YouTube for a while, but Instagram I never really caught the vibe on Instagram, but I could if you guys like this, if you like the vibe, then we can share the vibe. And today, what a wonderful vibe we have, because we're gonna do this wonderful cast, a classic of most art, art ateliers, stuff like that. This is a cast, a pretty famous one that you'll find in a lot of art academies. Really a famous one. This Dante Alighieri. You'll find, like, there are several versions. Some of them is just the mask, so just the top of the face. Some of them is without this hat. It's like not necessary, to be frank. Some of them are without the shoulders. I sort of have one of the most complete versions of this cast. It exists in various various designs, but it's always the same, based on the same sculpture, like the main sculpture. And this is this is classical drawing, and this is a classic of art education worldwide in the atelier tradition. It's definitely one of the things that you do as a beginning student in the, well, I don't know, the Florence Academy, stuff like that. They all have this cast, so I'm really happy to have it. And I figured, well, to do it like you, because this is an assignment, and if you want to do it, and if you want to follow along, you have the assignment, and you can just print it. So that's the idea. But look at the results when I get to print. I don't know, my printer hates me. Look at this. So this is attempt number 1. Now I did do the check and all, like I did everything good. Attempt number 2. And attempt number 3. And you want to tell me that printers are not spawns of evil. Printers are absolute evil, and that's final. So what I had to do is I had to cut to cut this with scissors. because it was all magenta and it was super disturbing. So that's what you're gonna get. You don't tell me that printers are not evil after that. They're absolute evil. Absolute evil. Printers hate everyone. Exactly. Thank you, Ehul Art. Exactly. They hate everyone, and they just decide that, well, when you just need them, nah, I don't know. And then for some reason they print perfectly for something that, like, you know, something that you barely need. Oh my gosh. You know, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mostly use my trusty easel. Well, I could have set up this one, but I wanted to have the same type of light and all. And no matter how I place it, I can place it, but you can see that it's not the same shadow pattern because the light orientation is not the same. So I can place it on the side. First of all, my left side here, my black box is not available. I don't have the room, and it would make it very very large with my streaming setup. I don't have a spot to place it and draw it easily so that you can follow along and so that the demonstration is worth anything. So I really wanted to have the printed version to, you know, draw in the same conditions as those of you who want to follow along. But unfortunately, my printer today decided that no, you can't do that. You want to just print something? You want to just, you know, print something black? What? You need magenta for that. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, you want to print something black? Here, there you go. There you go. You enjoy your blacks. So that's what I have. And even on this printed here cutout that I have, there's still some magenta in the shadows. This is absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Never trust a printer for color accuracy, first of all. Never trust a printer. Like, I'd much rather... I know it's annoying to work from a screen, but man, I'd rather use a screen. Any day, any time of the day, any time of the week, of the year, anytime. So, this is my screen setup, by the way. Just if you're curious. It's much better. You have the same... you have your model here. You can place it next to your drawing board instead of... This is my printout. So you can have your drawing, your model here on your computer screen. If your computer screen is decently accurate in terms of color and all, you can, you can make it work. I can't myself personally, because this one doesn't have the right color balance, and I can't. It's just too bad quality to completely be perfectly color accurate. If you have the money to invest in it, that's what you want. But in my case, I can't have my monitor to display true colors. I have the best thing that I can get with my money. So well, I'm not complaining about that, but I'm complaining a lot about my printer because it's bad. It's very bad. Hold on, let me readjust this. So, how are we here? That so. And let's start. It's actually funny how you have like the little, almost like a sticker. Get your Dante sticker today. So Instagram, if you want to watch the real or horizontal version that's gonna last for the entire duration of, we'll try to go as far as we can with this one. Yeah, Instagram, by the way, just saying that if you want, this is part of the Atelier of Figurative Arts. So basically every week I upload 2 assignments, a painting assignment and a drawing assignment, and people get to follow along using Discord. You can download the assignment sheets. It's well, you have to go on YouTube and check out my my links. It's there to check out, and from there, if you want to learn more, obviously you can go on my Patreon. But that's not the point. The point is you can go and you can download this thing here. I'm just saying for Instagram because most of the people on YouTube know what it's about, but on Instagram maybe not. And if you want to go there, download the drawing assignment, then you have a nice model that you can practice on, and you can join the Discord and enjoy the fun, and ask questions and interact with the community. So that's fun. All right. And yeah, thank you, Cody, for the Discord link. So, okay. Okay, 6, 5. Yeah, so let's start this thing, and let's start this drawing thing. All right, so this is a toned paper, kind of gray toned paper. And what I want to do is I'm going to use my good old wipeout technique. Just trying to get rid of some of this charcoal here and get an immediate sense of proportions. Well, actually, I'm going to take a dirty eraser. It's better to do it with a dirty eraser. So this is full charcoal here, but this is toned paper underneath. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to draw negatively, basically abstracting and removing to get the shapes in place. And better to do it with an old eraser at first, because this part is kind of you get a lot of the charcoal dust. So what I'm going to try to do is almost like if it's paint, but here in this case it's just big masses of values. I'm going to try to locate the main value areas and try to... But here mostly what I'm interested in is the proportions. Good evening, Beduza. So, okay, not a lot of people on Instagram, so if I miss anything, sorry, but I'm gonna try to do my best to see. But the problem is with the Instagram chat is I get notified every time somebody joins the video. They probably just join for a couple seconds and then switch. I don't need to be notified every time somebody joins. I want to be notified when people just say something. So Instagram, you're cool and all, but I don't need to know every time somebody's connecting to the stream. Most of the time they just watch for a couple seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get these, and with this one, it's the shapes are so easy to spot. You can really see the shapes. And actually what I could do, because I have YouTube, yeah, YouTube is definitely the better platform. Well, for this streaming experience, it's definitely the better platform. It's my platform of heart. What I can do, because this is a crappy version of my this is a crappy printout. So what I can do is I can actually sort of highlight the lines that I'm gonna take. Actually, let me try to grab this. And I'm gonna take this little marker. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna sort of highlight the edges and how I want to follow these edges. I don't know, well, you probably can't see much, but see? This is what I'm trying to go for. Actually, let me zoom in real quick, just for the sake of the explanation. Grab this. I need to readjust the camera just for a moment. I'll be good. So see, I'm following the edge of the shadow shapes, and I really like this model because the shadow shape is so easy to follow, and it has some sort of amazing shapes. Well, I'm not adding color here because it's a drawing only. So maybe ask me that when I'm doing a painting stream, and I'm doing painting streams every Tuesday. How about that? So yeah, I'm not gonna go into talking about painting here. It's really not the day, and I think I have important stuff to talk about regarding the drawing and the shapes. See how this, to me, feels like it's some sort of a dinosaur head. I see some sort of pterosaur, you know, with the wings. I don't know, you tell me what you see, but I see something. And I really like using this this model here for that. Basically, that's what I'm going to try to follow. I'm going to try to draw this by removing charcoal until I have these white shapes, right? I'm going to try to take these white shapes. Well, I'm going to use also this one because, well, it's an easy shape. It's an easy triangle. It would be really a shame not to use it as well. So I can use this shape here, but I'm going to follow the shadow below. Follow this shadow shape here, and I'm trying to place my marker where the terminator line is. And here. I'm really scared of trying this method. Too little control and reference point. Well, just try and you'll see. You'll see some. You won't believe how actually the reference points they sort of give themselves out by default. You just give it a go. I'm serious. You'll see. You'll see what I mean. So, you know, I'm tracing this line here, and all these lines that I'm tracing are going to be super helpful because they delineate the shadow shapes. So first I'm going to look for the shapes, right? I want to find the right shapes. Here it doesn't really matter what happens here. To be honest, I don't care about the bottom part. So let's not focus on the bottom part. Let's focus on this part. Let's try to have exactly the right shapes. Can you see this dinosaur head right there? This is what I want to nail. You get this dinosaur head, and then you get the light shapes. Think of the light shapes and try to delineate and just remove until you get these shapes that I have outlined. Once you have this, you'll see it's going to be super easy. It's going to be super easy, my friends. You won't believe it, but it's true. It's true, you can believe it. Well, the only thing is, it can get messy. Like, it can get kind of, you know, here it might be more or less easy to remove the charcoal, and in my case it kind of is because I was too lazy, and I'm gonna say maybe too much of a cheapskate. I was too cheap, and I reused an old drawing. So I erased I erased an old drawing to draw this one. So there was a drawing before that I did live. It's a sort of Sargent master copy that I was really not happy about. So I decided to erase it and reuse the paper. So the paper kind of had a tough has had a tough life. It's not brand new. Right there is kind of the baby dinosaur, I would say. Good financing. Well, you know, with these things, I do a lot of this little studies that I'm never gonna use, never gonna sell. So if I'm not careful with my materials, I'm gonna waste a lot of resources. Well, most of the time I do use these paintings and drawing demos in my YouTube, Patreon and all, so pays for itself. But I mean, I run out of paper easily, so why not use it twice when needed? So hold on. I'm gonna try to locate this area right there. So here I'm trying to get this shape there. How wide? It's wider, I think. Yeah, we're doing a wipe off technique. So a technique that I really suggest to people who kind of have a fear of, you know, losing the measurements and all and not getting it right. Just trust yourself and go for it. And you'll see that it's, I'm not going to guarantee results, but I can guarantee lots of things to learn. Lots of very important things to learn. About the shapes, about the proportions, about everything. So here, reshape here with my charcoal again, like positively this time. So I'm working between positive and negative, and I'm trying to get a sort of a true value map of this thing. And you'll see, like, right now it's not very impressive at all, but you'll see that it goes pretty quickly. It's just this paper is super super adhesive, I say. Here, so it works better actually. I think my stuff should be wider, and I think this line should drop. See, the incline is not the same. If I had to climb this, if I have to climb this with a bike, I'm gonna suffer less in mine than in the real one. So this is how I picture it. Picturing angles is, how would you like to climb this with a bike? Which one would be easier? Those who ride bikes often, of course. If not, these are the tricks. And you're going to say, okay, so Florent, what do you do for this area right there? Do you try to get it? No, I leave it If it completely blends with the background, I don't care at this point. This is something that I'll do in the final, you know, kind of final stages. But for the moment, this entire part is so dark in relation to the background that I don't really care. I do know that it's slightly lighter than my background, because if you look at my really bad print, my printer doesn't want to print pure black. So this is the background for the printer is pitch black, so it doesn't want to print it. It means that the shadows right there are not pitch black, right? They appear pitch black on mine, but they are not. So it's slightly lighter, but I don't need to go in this type of nuance at the moment. What I want is I want the right shadow shape, and that's all I want. So I'm gonna focus on that. Probably missing a lot of things on Instagram, but apparently people are living their life. Not that much activity on the Instagram, so yeah, this is a pretty colorful black. That's why you never trust printers, right? You do. Like, who engineered this piece of technology that supposedly needs magenta when you want to print black? Who created this abomination? Who created this abomination? The topic today is drawing. Having fun, enjoying and learning and drawing together. So the topic is getting the right drawing with the right proportions done, making it right, making it happen, and drawing what we see. That's the topic of the day. Some people call it classical drawing, academic drawing. How can I strong my fundamental? Well, you do that. You go ahead, you click the link, you download, you do this. Just do as I do. If you don't feel like it, do level 1. Just practice. Look at what I'm doing. Practice with us. Check out with the good people in the Discord if you have questions. Ask for feedback. Stick to the model. Be patient. Train hard. Work hard. Train hard. What can I say? Do that every day a little. And you don't stop until it looks exactly right. Oh yeah, it gets hectic sometimes, and art takes time, so you never really have. And when you need the time for the art and when you don't have it, it gets frustrating. Alright, let me check. Where am I? slowly building. So this shape here is too narrow. I think I can push it. So right there, compared to the tip of this little thing here. That's a painting question. Somebody respond in the comments, or just check out the Discord. That's a painting question. I'm gonna try to stick to painting, to drawing question today, if you don't mind. Right? But if somebody in the chat wants to respond to this. Almost, yeah. Perfection to achieve. Well, remember to still keep some, you know, some space for as I see this eye is too big. From what I can see. Just trust the shape, the pterosaur shape. Trust that it will give you something. Just don't mind that it's an eye or a nose or whatever. This is a pterosaur. Should start to appear very slowly. Very slowly. Take your time. No rush. See, we don't care about this. We can use a white pencil later, so no worries. Doesn't look clean and all. We'll use white later on. White pencil is going to be like magic, you'll see. Alright, so where's the bottom of the nose? This is something that I should try to locate though. So if I say here, see, I'm taking a point here on the side because it's closer to my model. So if I say here, and if I take a little ruler, take it straight like that, try to check. Okay, I went a little too far. So first of all, it's not here, it's here, slightly higher. And I think I went a little too far there, so more like that. Hello, Rhiannon. So here we are, and then we have this kind of a bit of dust to remove. Doing great, doing great. How about you? Multi-streaming today on Instagram and YouTube, so on Instagram, and I think well, we still have time. We still have time. We still have 25-minute session on Instagram before we are interrupted. I think with this technique you can get something relatively advanced in less than an hour. I'm gonna place the camera slightly more on the left. I'm sorry, it's gonna be less practical for your viewing experience because you're gonna have the angle, but you'll also have less of my big head in the way. Yes, this is charcoal. Yeah, it is. Okay, this pterosaur head is too shrinked on mine, so I need to widen it. How do I do that? Well, first I would probably need to get a fresh little piece of charcoal. And I'm gonna grab my good old trusty charcoal, the only one, Nitram. This one for the beginning parts of the drawings is the better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sharpen it into a nice point that we can use for. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna sharpen it into a nice point that we can use to get more in the subtleties of the things. Take your time, be patient when you sharpen, because you don't want to break it. It's so fragile. Actually, I'm gonna keep this. This is where I keep my charcoal dust, and I've realized today that I'm kind of running out. Believe it or not. Every time you sharpen, just keep the little dust. And you know, if you're ever running out of black acrylic paint, you have some acrylic medium. You put this stuff in acrylic medium, and you get black acrylic paint. Or if you need a black kind of gouache, put this in gum arabic, or you can put this in oil. For oil I wouldn't do it personally, because the grain is not going to be very pleasant to paint with. But this is perfectly pure black pigment. But mostly for, you know, kind of if you want to make mixed media and stuff like that, you can incorporate this dust with some type of acrylic medium or gouache binder, so gum arabic, and it can work. So that's the trick of the day. Sorry, somebody on Instagram asked, how do you store this painting? I don't know if you're still here, but I'm not storing it. This is a drawing, so it's gonna be light. It's gonna be charcoal. Charcoal is gonna be light no matter what. So how do you store it? If you really want to keep it, and if you like it and you want to preserve it, you have to put it behind the frame or behind some sort of a protective layer. Otherwise, yeah, it's more difficult to, even though you can use fixative and all, but putting it in a portfolio is going to be very risky, because it's going to stay light no matter what you do. so I don't know. I don't know if you're still here. Somebody on Instagram asked, but sorry, I don't receive notifications every time somebody comments on Instagram. It's hard to keep track. Sorry, I'm gonna put my camera back in place and let's do this. Okay, so now I can enlarge the nose, which nose was too narrow before because everything was making it more narrow. I think I can still pull it out. What kind of paper? I think this was watercolor paper, some sort of sorts. I can't be sure. Sorry, it's just something that I picked up. It's well, his face is kind of geometric, so don't feel bad about it. What I like is like it's very angular. It would be a perfect Disney villain, right? Pretty sure this would make the perfect profile for a Disney villain. This is much wider here, actually. Okay. So here, let's do this. Little skewer. Let's check out the width. Oh gosh, yeah, I can go much farther. I'm gonna check with you just to show you. So this is here my width of my model. See how narrow I made it? I can go a lot further here. So these are dimensions. This is the main elements of the proportions are the dimensions. So how wide and how tall your subject actually is. And this is something you want to nail right away. Some people do it, and actually I recommend doing it your first priority. But if you don't lose track of the fact that you need to figure it out at some point, you can, you know, start with other things and just figure it out along the way. As long as you don't have other important measuring things in the meantime. But it should be your priority nonetheless. Hey Cody. Come back. This is pretty straight, pretty much 90 degree. Hey, Cody's documenting the full process. Nice, I like it. If you're watching this on Instagram and you're wondering what's happening, on YouTube you have actual commands that you can use to control the stream and connect to the Discord. So what Cody just did here on YouTube is like he just typed exclamation point screenshot, and then it automatically takes a little screenshot and sends it to our Discord channel. So yeah, we're fancy like that on YouTube. I don't think it's something I can do on Instagram, but you aren't okay, you aren't. Yes. Thank you, Cody. Yeah, just the my PC sound was off, but yeah, it should be fixed. It should be fixed. My Dante is still just the top of the hat. Well, top of the hat to you, sir. I don't know. I don't think it was. Do you think we can get this trend going again? This kind of hat? Pretty stylish. Not just for Renaissance fair geeks. I mean for everybody. Like,
my name is Steven and I am a text-to-speech voice.
Do you think we can ever like get this back running? This little trend of having, I don't know, what kind of hat is that? Looks cool. I don't know what it is. Looks cool. Would love to have like a Renaissance fashion wise, I mean. I mean, who's stopping me from dressing as a Renaissance dude, by the way? Nobody. I'm just waiting for others to do it. I don't want to be the only one. Yeah, so Steven works. Steven works. Yeah, probably I could do it. Alright, let's check out with Instagram. How's it going? Oh, very, very, very quiet. 2 viewers. Probably including me. Hello! You're watching on Instagram. I'm not this active actually. How long have we been streaming? 49. Well, I think it's 3 viewers. Oh, cool. Alright. Oh. From the biggest to smallest to the extreme. Well, it's good actually. The biggest to smallest is actually what you want. Oh yeah, YouTube is getting wild with ads. Now it's... What I get now is 2 15 seconds ads that are unskippable. But the thing is, or no, even more evil is they send you a 15-second ads or a whatever second ad that you can skip after like 6 seconds, but then you have to hit skip again to skip the second one. And this is very, very annoying, I've got to say. Because I don't mind hitting skip ads once, but doing it twice is really annoying. So I don't know, maybe it's a strategy for to encourage more people to get YouTube Premium. I don't think it would be enough though. Or they would need to have a lot of you know, professionally produced shows, like actual TV shows and stuff, for people to really consider it. I don't think YouTube Premium can really dethrone any of the big guys. No, the non-skippable ads, I think we get more if you watch more of the ads, but it depends on the type of ad, of the type of ad, sorry. But the thing is, if people get ad block, we get nothing. That's the thing. I don't know. I think I've heard that some type of ads, they don't pay until people just click or watch at least a certain amount. But you know, you have various types on the platform, so. And one of the big things with the ads is like you have, you know, clearly there are moments in the year where they pay more. Just around Christmas it just pays more. And the rest of the year you're wondering why you get less, but yeah. Just it's kind of a system of, you know, it's a complicated system, like how they pay. Yeah, well, it's true for most people, but in my case, and I think in the case of a lot of kind of educational channels that teach something like painting, we also have a fresh, a lot of new new painters start right after Christmas, because probably they got a sort of a painting set as a present, and they start picking up painting right in around January, February. So in January, February, it's not that the ads, they pay less, but we have an influx of people that just got offered a painting set and want to get into painting. But has nothing to do with how much the ads pay, by the way. But that's still a nice, cool moment. Like lots of new beginners starting a new journey. So that's an exciting moment. It doesn't last long, so it makes me wonder how long these people stick with it. You know, all these kind of hobbies, for a lot of people, they don't really last that long. No, I can't pre-record. It's just too much work. Alright, goodbye Instagram. It was not fun. Not a lot of people there. Not great to keep track of chat, so I don't know. No, I can't bunch videos, it's just too much work. If I could, like, I would have done it like a while ago. But just once a week or once every other week is the best I can do, and I can't just make more. But it's the same with YouTube. I don't know, like September was more busy on this channel, and even like the streams was more busy in September, and now there's a drop in the viewership. And not just because of the vertical versus horizontal. I think there's, you know, less people watch in October for some reason. Summertime is also not good for painting. Like you can sense and you can feel that not a lot of people are actually interested in painting. Right in the heart of summer, they mostly want to do other things, which is, you know, fine, understandable, of course. Enjoy the summer outside. Maybe if I was more into plein air, I would probably have a lot more views. I don't know. Why would anyone want to be outside in the summer? I don't know! People are weird. There's wind, it's hot, it's the sun. Impossible to paint. I don't know why people want to do this kind of stuff, but they like it. What can I say? They like this sort of stuff. Okay, mine feels kind of skinny in comparison, so something is up. Something is up, something is up. Right there. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Well, okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push this side here. So I'm gonna take this one as my ref. This. Well, I should not much. Not much. See, I'm double checking here and I'm using the instrument and you might think, oh, Flo, you're cheating, you know. I'm confirming something that I saw with an instrument. And I'm saving time, but this is also something that I could be checking, you know, at arm's length. It's less precise. I would waste a lot of energy and I would waste a lot of your time double checking it. Or I can do the quick and easy way, do the same and measure right there. With my little measuring compass. Now I can check out the size of this here as well. So this one is good. It's good. I think what should be different is this. And this. And probably this one should be lower here. This point here, I can double check this point right there. Compared to, if you trace sort of a plumb line, it goes across the what? Goes across the what? Across, it's confusing. Okay. Yeah, chat is quiet because there's not a lot of viewers. Because, I don't know, it's the views are declining, what can I say? It's not what I expected. I thought that more people would be watching, like the more you stream, the more people watch, but at some point, like let's face it, you're part of the background. If people, especially when people start to understand that, okay, this guy is streaming every week, so okay, I can miss a couple, and also I can watch later. Maybe I should remove the VODs afterwards, like, because you can always watch later. And I get a significant amount of people who rewatch, and I get it. It's very practical and all, but indeed it encourages people to kind of skip the streams, and maybe they see the notification and they don't even bother because they know, oh, okay, guy's streaming every week, so who cares? I'm gonna skip this one. I'll catch up with the replay. And maybe it's not encouraging people to maybe it's not encouraging people to actually show up. I don't know. Never studied this sort of aspect, but whatever, it'll turn back up. You don't have anyone to fight with. Yeah, a lot of people show up usually, and now it's less so. But maybe it's also the horizontal versus vertical. It's true that we did have a lot more discovery when we were doing the vertical. Hey, nice, you guys. Well, welcome here. And we were actually talking about that, about how less people actually watch my content on YouTube during the summer. And I was kind of I was suggesting it as an explanation, but yeah, I was right. Let's go back. I see something's off with the angle. Yeah, something's clearly off with the nose, but there's something off first of all. Right there. Yeah, okay. I get it. No worries. Okay. See, the nose feels too flattened compared to how it really is. Now I'm really gonna try to, you know, I have this line that I showed you earlier, and I'm really gonna try to nail it down. Oh, exactly, yeah, just how it is. And this should be my blocking. That's possible. Yeah, you didn't know I was streaming before you saw me through the shorts. Yeah, the shorts thing, it was good because I did have a lot of discovery. I'm not a fan of the vertical format, but I think maybe it's what we need to do. But I at some point I thought that doing lots of shorts kind of messed up YouTube, and YouTube didn't understand what I was going anymore. So for my videos, for my regular videos, it was kind of detrimental. It was good for the streaming side. Maybe if I had 2 different channels, but I thought that maybe it was detrimental, and I was afraid that it would just... Because basically when you stream vertical, it considers this as a short, but a very big short, like a live short. Don't ask me why. And YouTube got really confused about what it was I was doing. Yeah, I don't know about that. First of all, I don't want to make shorts. I don't want to make them because I like to do the stuff that I like to consume as a viewer. And yeah, I'm really not into shorts that much. I don't know. I believe in long formats. I think this is the future of this platform, is just people actually giving time and spending time, just taking their time. Well, I want to believe it, because if I don't believe in this, I don't believe in anything I do with my art. Like my art, this art form is all about taking your time, about, you know, perfecting the techniques and improving the techniques and getting the right colors, getting the right shapes. If you don't if you don't subscribe to the idea that it's possible to give time and take time, then I don't think you should be doing this sort of art at all.
Command, switching to palette for 10 seconds.
But yeah, that's probably why I don't, maybe the algorithm doesn't really...
Back to easel.
Doesn't really like what I do, because they want short, fast-paced things. I think people will get bored of it. And probably in the near future, most of the shorts, quick, easy consumption videos will be produced by
screenshot taken in the
AIs
Discord
and sort of automated. It's almost already the case, by the way. Hello, Margie. Hello, Hair Linolia. Yeah, sure. It's just, yeah. I tried for a while. Like, I still have a decent number of shorts on my channel for somebody who's not really into it. It's just they never really worked. So I never really had this aha moment of, okay, I found my style, I found the zone of how this content should be run. Because I don't think I've ever resonated with my public in this format. Like, I never had any, you know, constructive, never really got to the point where I get enough views to, you know, get some type of useful feedback that would allow me to make better shorts and all. Whereas with normal videos, I get the comments, I get the people telling me what they would be interested in, what they like about it, what they don't like. And with the lives, of course, I've got you guys, so you get to talk, you get to suggest me stuff. It's much easier to, you know, find where you are and understand how to make the next piece of content, because it's not just about making it. When you're a content creator, it's not just about making the content, it's also about, you know, understanding what to make and having ideas first. Sometimes when you feel completely lost and you have no idea what you should be talking about, this is where you make the kind of dumb filler content. And I've tried also to, you know, cut streams into small shorts, but I don't necessarily find that it's a good format. Maybe it's just my taste and people would like it. I gave it a try. I don't know. I wish they were better at ads. I hate political ads so much. You have political ads? Well, in France, you can't buy ads. So basically, every candidate has a sort of an assigned TV slot, and they actually count your screen time. But in France, we don't have like two parties. We have a lot more. So we have like all the little parties, but they can't, for example, they can't buy space. They can't buy ads. They have like a sort of a dedicated time for ads, and all of them, like no matter how much money you have, they're gonna give you the same amount, even if you're a small candidate. Okay, so let me see here. Well, just think that the political ads kind of pay me a couple cents every time, so at least they're doing good work in some way without even trying, but they're doing good work by just putting a few fractions of a cent in my pocket every time they stream on my content. So that's I like political ads. Please send more. Even if Steve from accounting wants to be a candidate, like let him do it. Everybody send money my way with your political ads. And we can just make fun of them and just oh my god, yeah, they're getting irritating. That's the cool thing, is like we can't get this. And in I don't know if it's the same thing for you, in kind of there's an election period, in France, where they start timing them. So at some point, like they're not even allowed to be everywhere again for a certain time period just before the election. And what's also great is that during election day, so on the day of the election, I think it's 24 or maybe 48 hours before, they're not allowed to talk anymore. So they have to shut up. Just everybody shut up, okay? And just let us vote, and then you'll talk afterwards. So they can't spam anymore just for the 48, I think it's 48 or maybe 24 hours before the voting. But maybe it's different for us because we have only one voting day. What a book from Giovanni Sivardi. I'm amazed how he can make something realistic by hatching. Yeah, hatching is not something that I'm really good at, and that's definitely a skill. Especially, you know, the elegant hatching, because whenever I hatch, I can get, you know, decent values in realism, but keeping the hatches elegant and you know, the orientation of the hatches and all, following the form, following the light. This is a tough work. You know, the little hatchings that they have in the basic, like really the hatchings they have on the dollar bill is really a work of art. If you look at the hatching from up close, it's insanely detailed. Like, take any dollar bill that you have in your pocket if you're in the US. Just look at the hatching and think of the artist who had to make this by hand for the printing press. It's incredible. It's actually incredible. Yeah. Very skilled. Very skilled. Because I can tell you one thing, like, doing hatchings is one thing, but making the hatches precise and making sure that they are how to say, that they don't make it look like they're kind of a mess. It's really tough. You have to be very disciplined for this kind of approach. Yeah, for me it's the same. It's like, because what you can get in terms of values, what you can get with charcoal and white chalk is so incredible that, well, see, I'm gonna try to actually start incorporating the white, and you'll see how it pops up. So we never got that interested in hatching, because so much you can do with traditional techniques. And blending can have such an amazing effect as well. Basically, I would do hatching when blending is impossible. Like, technically impossible. Okay, I might need to double check some shapes before I go too fast. Sounds interesting, Felicia. Yeah, I should definitely go. Take some pictures. Share your pictures in Discord. You know, be a nice member of this community and just allow us to experience things that we normally can't experience. That's cool. We can have a museum of our community's shared experiences. Yeah, Belmont is always great. But I really love Marikesat. I would say between the two, I'd pick up Marikesat, and I would think. But yeah, both are great. How come we have so many people from Oklahoma on this channel? Was there a thing in Oklahoma for? Is Oklahoma a very artistic state? What is this? We have so many people from there. Insane. Oklahoma, #1 artistic state in the US. Like, I mean, really? No kidding. Because I know we have a lot of people from all of the states, but I assume that Oklahoma is not super populated. So in relation to the overall population,
Screenshot
to,
taken
know,
in the
Texas,
Discord.
something like that. Yeah, that's cool. And you also have lots of you have also lots in Oklahoma. You also have lots of actually amazing, wonderful people who watch Florent Farge's videos and streams. Which, wow, that's impressive. Like the quality of the people that. It's not the number, it's the quality. Everybody here. Exactly, it's not the number. It's 50 people, 50 of only the best viewers. That's exactly right. You're the top quality viewers. The best crowd, the best community. This is what we have right there. Oh, are there kind of rivalries between the states? Oh, definitely. Yeah, and you should actually stream it. Well, actually, this could be fun. You could make it an event and stream from the Discord at some point, and we could all be there, and you would be there with your phone, you know, and in the Discord we would just follow you, track you along. Could be great. If you're wondering what this is, by the way, if you're wondering what this is a little contraption that I made to hold a little bit of broken white lead, like a little. I had a little pencil, but it broke, so I made a little tweezers contraption. These are tweezers. And I made the little tweezers with masking tape. You know, use the last bit of my little. Use the very last bit of it. So as long as I can hold it with the tweezers, I'm gonna just optimize this pencil to the core. And because it was just so frustrating to drop it on the ground, and it was just so depressing when it broke that I wanted to, you know, save it somehow. So I designed this little contraption. It's actually what the original artist from the Renaissance had was a lot more like that than what we have today. They didn't have the pencils, the nicely, you know, manufactured pencils, so they mostly had like little chalks that they had to sharpen, put it, shape into some sort of a little point, and hold it somehow. So this feels very much like what they probably had. Let's check out the chin now. I think my chin is too big, but yeah, it's too big because it goes too low. So here. Yeah, some of this music is pretty cool. Some music from YouTube, by the way. It's YouTube's library. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Cody? Yeah, I like it as well. Sometimes you just get hyped for a song because you think, oh, this one is going to be great for sort of background music, motivation music, something like that. Sometimes like a new song, a cool song can really like change the way you work, either by putting you in the good mood or in the right, the right mood, whatever it is. Maybe if you want to have make a sort of a sad painting, maybe a sad song would be best. And maybe if you want to be hyped up, you can just go for something like super hyped. Yeah, I think it matters more than people think to kind of match the sort of musical ambience. Bearded ladies? Yeah, you have ads for bearded ladies? How come? I don't know. Very strange, but you know. Okay, thanks bearded ladies. I get paid a couple cents for this ad, so thank you. Bearded Ladies Association for making an ad. Yes. Great. Oh yeah, that too. That too. Painting clouds? What do you want for painting clouds? Something eerie? Uplifting? Nah, still too long, too long. This chin. Yeah, what kind of clouds? Because the type of cloud actually decides of the sort of the atmosphere, the ambience. You can ask ChatGPT what suggestions. I don't know if they're allowed to recommend things. I guess they are. But I guess Cody is going to be much better than ChatGPT. Human intelligence against artificial intelligence. Cody, you're the only hope of humanity, Cody. You have to figure it out. Better than ChatGPT. What do you want to know, Margie? Yeah, pretty much. Brandenburg concertos. Shostakovich. I'll check it out. I can't check it out right now for the copyrights, but I'm interested. I'm interested, sir. Oh, okay, hurry back. Okay, I thought you were talking about HB, like the HB chocolate. Okay. Alright, I don't know about the accuracy yet. I still have some shapes to check, but I much prefer my version to the dumb printed one. Look at how dumb this one is. Look at how much more dramatic mine is. Even though it's not finished and all, it feels much more dramatic, it feels much more impactful. I still need to figure out a couple shapes here, but man, look at how much superior the human hand is compared to the printer. Bleh. Makes me want to puke. Look, like really think about this. The printer just, the best image that a printer can give you is this. Gross. So if AI can maybe make amazing pictures, but can they print them like that? we still have hope, because I don't think an AI can make a printer work. No way. Take that. Checkmate, AI. Humanity wins. We're gonna survive after all, huh? But it's true that we take more time though. So that's something that the machines have on us. They work very fast. So that's, you have to agree. You have to admit this. Taking our time, but this is also the beauty of human art and man-made things. You know, the more we get replaced by machines and programs, the more we'll cherish this human-made objects. That for the moment, most of our human-made objects like get mixed with the trash and all. Soon the trash will be mostly mass-produced by machines, and the rare human items with heart and soul will be the only thing that will really survive and make sense and, you know, matter in the end. 5-year-old painting will remain and most of the artificial trash will probably just dissolve into nothingness. Just because nobody cares. That's all. If nobody cares, then it just doesn't mean a thing long term. I always said it's our restrictions that make our stuff unique to ourselves. Yeah, exactly. You feel the hand. You still the limitations of humanity is also what makes. We can't create just whatever we decide. We have to make it. When we create a work of art as humans, we have to make it count. When you ask an AI to make images, it's going to give you most of the time, it's going to give you 4 suggestions. Can you imagine an artist giving you, you make a commission and you have 4 suggestions? No, it's impossible. Just we don't have this ability. But the thing is, we make it count. So we really think deeply about what it implies to start a project, start a painting, start a drawing with all your heart. Like no messing around, no making 4 suggestions like an AI. It's like everything you make is something that counts. You can make studies and all, but the studies count for the final work. And because as a human, you have to sacrifice something to get the artwork done. Like, the artwork has a value because it's the product of a sacrifice. The sacrifice is the sacrifice of the time that you've spent in it, the money that you've invested in the materials, the efforts that you've put into the realization of the work. And this is what matters. This is what gives it value. The value comes from that. And with an AI, the value is just subjective, or not subjective, but what anybody is willing to pay for it is its value. Whereas with true art, with genuine art, genuine human-made art, the value comes from the sacrifices that were made, human sacrifices that were made in the name of art, for the beauty of art. Sacrifice of social life, sacrifice of time around in the summer on the beach because you had paintings to do, or sacrifice of sleep and entertainment because you have to learn new techniques to achieve some sort of strange sense of perfection that you're seeing through it all. This is the difference between us and the machine. Is we're capable of doing that just because we care, and the machine is just programmed to do something as if it cared, but technically it doesn't. The machine doesn't care that it's making art or not. While the human making art couldn't live without it. or at least would have a very different life, very different feeling, very different approach, very different life experience. Drastically change. Well, the value is not about who buys your art, though. That's not what defines the value. I've got, like, you know, I've got paintings here in my studio that I wouldn't sell for the world. Paintings like my grandfather did, and I cherish like treasures. And you couldn't pay me anything that would be worth giving them away, because that's the only thing I have left from my grandfather, who really inspired me to, you know, be creative and be artistic when I was very young. So these paintings, you would need to be filthy rich to, you know, grab them away from me. So, you know, they have value just for me, sure, and maybe for my wife, my mom, people in my family. We all love them, but they have this value, right? So were they done for nothing? Well, when I die, probably nobody will care for them, or maybe maybe my sons will take care of them. I don't know what happens to this. Just I'm holding on to it. That's the value. I'm holding on to it while I can, and then I'll pass it away to somebody who can do the same, hopefully, or it will just vanish in the abyss of time. Who knows? Hello, Anne from Italy. Ciao. Oh yeah, I've got people saying this to me lots of time as well. I much rather have this, by the way, because I'm really not making art for the purpose of decoration. I want my art to be more impactful than that. So I take it kind of like as a badge of honor. Let's get rid of this one. now that I'm done with most of the yeah, I don't mind. Like when I hear that people don't want to see my art as decoration, I'm actually pretty happy. I'm pretty relieved. But maybe because I have the luxury of not, you know, relying on my sales too much, because I have this, I have the YouTube, I have teaching and all. But it's rightly because I don't want to be, you know, a decorator for people's living room. I'm not gonna produce a painting because it matches with your sofa or your curtains. I don't care. So if I want to make a super dramatic painting, I want to have this option, even though I know nobody will just ever want this. It's more like, almost like I'm aiming for the museum more than the living room. And that's one thing that my gallerist said to me. He was not really super happy about it. Like, okay, your art is great, and like you have a lot of you trigger a lot of wow effect when people just come in the gallery and they look at the paintings, they really like it, but it's hard to sell. And I was like, okay, that's great, I'm happy, I'm sorry, but so I'm always making sure that I do make a couple paintings that are more kind of commercial, let's say, because, well, you know, you got to give something a bit. Oh, hi, Jeff. Oh, it's a long story. The story of Jeff goes way back. Story of Jeff. Exactly. Thank you, Felicia. Nicely said. It was a little joke to start with, but I guess it became something after all. I'm a friend. Sure, that could be a... Maybe next week's assignment would be a bearded lady. Could be a good idea. Oh yeah, by all means, Karash. I think it's not so tricky as you can see. I never really got stuck at any point. Maybe it's because I'm pretty used to this technique, but it's also very natural. It's like it flows pretty well. As long as you have a good white pencil. Works really well. Yeah, white content should work. It looks more impressive than it is. But you can underestimate how useful it is in the amount of stuff that you can learn by practicing with this technique is really great. Yeah, exactly. If you're always covered with charcoal, then nothing changes and you win. Emoji wall with 39 people, we're gonna be pretty much alone. Be the quietest emoji wall. Well, it's up to you. Emoji wall is your toy, you know. I say to my son, it's your toy, you deal with it.
Warning, emoji wall starts in
Alright,
10,
emoji wall
9,
starts.
8,
okay.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Emoji wall unlocked. This is
emoji
chaos.
wall.
Seriously,
Okay,
we need to break YouTube with emojis. We have 1 minute. Let's go chat.
Yeah,
we can do it.
Alright.
Let's go chat.
Let me check the emoji. Let's go.
Quick. Spam emojis. We need to fill the screen.
This. We can do this.
No
we
time
to
waste.
We can
I'm serious.
Spam.
We have to spam emojis in chat now before the timer runs out. Hurry up. Quick. Let's go chat.
You can feel it pretty nice.
We have to spam emojis in chat now before the timer runs out. No time to waste.
Feel the screen pretty
I'm
nice.
serious.
Look at this.
Hurry up. Quick.
Beautiful.
Let's go
Beautiful.
chat. Let's go chat. Let's go chat. Let's go chat.
Beautiful.
Hurry up. It ends in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Emoji cooldown.
Wow. Great emoji wall. Great emoji wall. Really cool. And I think a great way to end the stream, by the way. I'm gonna finish the recording. I think a great way to finish the stream. What would be a better thing than finish on a nice note with an emoji wall? I think it's cool. All right, so this is it. This is kind of all the way into the value stage. So after that, there would be modeling, rendering, but you get the idea of how it looks. Kind of the Dante here, model here. Probably a couple of shapes retouched here and there, just to get the perfect likeness. But for a 2-hour session, that's pretty good already. So my friends, thank you for hanging out. If you haven't liked the stream before, just before you leave, just like you participated in the emoji madness, make sure that you leave a like to the stream before you go. And I'll see you for the next stream, my friends. And until then, joy and inspiration to you.